Thanks for joining us for the HCS Pro League Report. I'm Elamite, and join with me today, I have a very special guest, Mr. Ryan Towey.
You know, it's great to be here. I just feel a little bad. Strongside's going to be out of a job when he gets back.
Shots fired at Strongside. All right, well, I'll let you two go ahead and figure that one out. But for now, let's take a look at the standings and find out what went down during last week's matches.
In the European League, we could very well be witnessing the extinction of the dinosaurs. Despite a few key wins earlier in the season, their losses to both Vibe, formerly Realist Tins, and EnVyUs have knocked them down to number 4 in the standings. U4X continue their undefeated rampage and remain at the top spot, while Pulse, with the newly acquired Fragger, picked up their first win of the season versus EnVyUs.
And in North America, Optic moves out of the relegation danger zone and into 6th place. Despite a 3-0 loss to Envy, Evil Geniuses is still on track for finals, but Enigma 6 is right on their heels. After week 3, Envy asserts themselves as the second best team in North America behind a still undefeated CLG.
It's the 3rd week of the summer season, and looking at those standings, we've really learned quite a bit about some of these teams. To learn a bit more about 2 of these teams, let's check out our HCS Pro League Match of the Week.
This week, you'll want to check out the rematch between Team EnVyUs and Evil Geniuses. We saw these 2 teams face off last week, but this series in particular has the potential to give EG the shot in the arm they need to reverse a poor start to the season or prove that EnVyUs is in fact the biggest contenders to CLG's current reign. With some shocking losses and a somewhat disappointing 3-3 record so far this season, EG is going through something of an identity crisis. After their dominating performance in Season 1 and 2 of the HCS, losing isn't something this team has had much experience with. With 3-0 losses to E6 and CLG, EG has dropped from the number 2 spot at the start of the season all the way down to 5th in week 2 and now stand at number 4. A win this week against Team EnVyUs could be exactly what these star players need to put them back on track and back to doing what we all know EG is capable of.
EnVyUs have been in top form this entire season, and things are only looking up. With only a single loss to E6 in week 1, they have yet to drop another series. EnVyUs' strong performances have boosted the team's confidence and allowed them to prove to the rest of the league that they are a top-tier squad and are not to be taken lightly. You know, they're really just a solid team full of incredible players. Now let's hear from the wizard himself, Pistola, on what he learned from their series last week against EG.
It was a very tough matchup. Even though the score said it was 3-0, that was a very, very close series. It does get much closer than that. Our strategy coming into this week, since we had to play them 2 weeks in a row, is to come out swinging as fast as possible, because if, you know, once they get some momentum, that's going to be hard to stop. We're going to avoid trying to not get cluttered communication and try to make sure our small talk is on point. As long as we, you know, try to play our game, stick to our communication and small talk, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we can be a little bit unpredictable this series.
It's great to see Pistola finally surrounded by a group of all-star players that are really clicking together as a team. It might just be the recipe that Pistola and Team EnVyUs need to continue building this momentum throughout the rest of the season. What do you think, Towey?
You know, I'm going to have to go no comment here. But I do have on pretty good authority from some sources close to the team that EG is going to come out swinging in this next match. And you can watch that matchup this Friday, Team EnVyUs versus Evil Geniuses, our HCS Pro League Match of the Week. All other matches start Thursday on Twitch, Azubu, and Hitbox. European matches begin at 7 p.m. British Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. North American Halo starts at 5 p.m. Pacific Time on both Thursday and Friday.
And don't forget to check out halo.gg for all the latest HCS Pro League news, standings, and schedules. We'll see you here Thursday for week 4 of the Halo Championship Series Pro League. See you then.